Okay, so we are going to demonstrate the neti pot. I'm here in Ezra's bathroom, and I have the tea kettle here. It's boiling up some water. So you want some boiling water that will help keep the water purified from any pathogens. The boiling water tends to kill almost all of those. Okay, so it's pretty safe. I have some tissues for kind of blowing my nose afterwards, and I have these Neomed sinus rinse packets. They're already pre-mixed, and they're perfect for the volume of water that I use in my neti pot. Now, there are other forms of neti pot that you can use, or kind of little irrigation bottles that you can just kind of stick up in your nose and squeeze, and it forces the water up and it goes around. But I happen to use this one. It's what I'm familiar with. It just uses gravity, goes up and then down around. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this here like this. Okay, and if I get down on my knees, that will work. So I have the boiling water, and what I do is I kind of sterilize my neti pot. Every time I do this, I use the boiling water. I just pour a bunch of boiling water over the tip and a little bit into the inside, or rinse it around, dump it out. So the inside and the tip have had boiling water on them. That's just to reassure that there's no anything on there from the previous time that I've used it, or anybody else that's used it since I have. The next thing I do is to take one of these little packets and pour it into the bottom, and then I just pour a little bit of boiling water into the bottom of the neti pot. It's just about this much of boiling water. You don't want to get, if you get close to half, then you can't cool it down sufficiently using cold tap water. The hot water, one, is to help, again, sterilize the inside, as well as to dissolve that salt solution. Okay, what's inside of here is basically some salt and some baking soda, and that's just to keep the solution, the saline solution, gentle, so that you don't have a strong reaction with your nasal epithelium. You just give it maybe 30 seconds to a minute to kind of dissolve. It goes right into solution pretty quickly, but you do want to make sure that the salt is dissolved into the water. And then I just use cold tap water, which you can probably see right here. And you fill that up with the cold tap water. Okay, and fill that right up to the top. And typically I have something that I usually have these little plastic straws downstairs that I use to stir. But this is just, I'm going to use this now because I know it's reasonably clean. But I just take something and I stir it up so that that water mixes around, and I just know that the salt solution is equally distributed in the water. Okay, and I just give it a feel, make sure that it's not too hot, because if it's too warm, if the water's too warm, you're going to obviously hurt your nose. Now, what you want to do from here is this end of the pot is going to go up one nostril, and then you're going to tip both at the same time, and it's going to go up around the septum, and then it's going to come out this nostril. I know you're excited, but this is what we're going to do. I need to make sure I don't get my shirt wet here. All right, here we go. Okay, just like that. And then I lean forward over my sink and I tip. And there we go. Pretty easy. Okay, now at the end there, I just kind of lean forward, and any water that was up in my nasal cavity kind of drains out. And then what I do is I kind of have a way of sensing approximately half the liquid is gone. I'm going to switch sides, go up this nostril, around the other side, and finish the water, okay? All right. Use a tissue here. And we're done. Okay. That may have been a little bit gross for you, but I do that very frequently, especially during the winter, during cold season. I just find it very useful. There's a little bit left in here, and I usually give everything a rinse, kind of rinse off the tip. Again, I just give it a rinse with water. I rinse out the inside so there's no collection of kind of salt residue. Dump that out, and then I set that over to the side for next time, because I sterilize it using boiling water every time I use it, so I don't really worry about washing it. Just give it a rinse of water in between. So what I did at the end there was I kind of pull it out. I let the water, most of the water will just drain out, but you can also kind of blow out of your nose, and any water that's up there will kind of be forced out. And then it's good just to use a tissue and just you blow your nose like normal, just to free up any excess fluid. But that's it. I'm sure I'll be talking about this a little bit more in the rest of or after I show this video.